Hey everybody, it's Corey again with the TTC waiting game. This is part 2. So I have on my research here for. I'm going to try and get through it as fast as possible. But on a website called the Daily Mail, I had a whole big article on pregnancy. Said to try different sex positions. I know a lot of people are like, oh, missionary, missionary, missionary. But actually, like, the missionary is a good way to deposit the sperms close to the cervical opening as possible. But the one thing with trying different sex positions is if your man gets more excited, it's more of like a propulsion for his swimmers. So if he's more excited and you're doing something new, like even if it's not the best penetration, if he's more excited, it like propels them. So, you know, if you do something different and exciting, it'll get closer. Like, even if you try something new and exciting, if you tell him, like, you know, make sure when you're about to, you know, to go in as far as you can, and they'll deposit so close. So yes, the goal is you want your man more excited. Oh, the other thing was, a lot of the scientists that I read about I've read so many articles over the past 4 years, but scientists say that, you know, when you go around, sorry, I'm getting comfortable with my kitchen table, that when you ovulate, you usually ovulate around midnight, so, which is fine, because the sperm can live 3 to 5 days, and if you ovulate at midnight and you have sex, say, at 9, right before you went to bed, you ovulate at midnight, there you go. And they said that if you usually ovulate around midnight, it takes a few hours for like the whole conception. Like if you are to get pregnant, it only takes a few hours to conceive. Crazy. And so like a few hours, let's say you had sex at 9, you ovulated at midnight, say around dawn, if you were successful, the baby would have been conceived within a couple hours. Which is insane. Okay. The main thing, no smoking at all. None. Because with us women, we usually have, on average, a 25% chance every month of getting pregnant if we have sex in our ovulation phase. So if you smoke or breathe smoke, and even if you're not a smoker but you're with somebody that does smoke and you breathe it in, it takes your 25% chance and drops it to 15. And if you're already struggling to get pregnant and either you smoke or somebody you're with smokes, your chances drop even more. And in the men, if they smoke, even if they, if they smoke or if they work or whatever with somebody that smokes and they're breathing and stuff in, it lowers their sperm count by a significant amount. Like, granted, they have millions and trillions of sperm that get released, but when when the sperm is released, it has to go through a very hostile environment to get to your cervical opening. So out of all those trillions, maybe a couple hundred survive, if even. So when you lower that sperm count, you go from having a couple hundred to maybe, in double digits. And that's it. And it also makes it so they don't survive as long. Like, instead of it lasting 3 to 5 days, it only lasts 1 to maybe 2.5, pushing it 3 days, when you could have it 3 to 5. So if you and your man are smokers, because from personal experience, my husband and I both were smokers, and I didn't realize the impact smoking had on trying to get pregnant. We both had to quit smoking, and it was rough and it's hard, but you know what? You do get stressed out, but all I would do is when I would get so stressed out, it's like, man, I really want a cigarette. I would get in that mindset of, what's more important, me literally killing myself by doing this, or having a child? And having a child was more important to me than having a cigarette. I also found an actual pregnancy website dedicated to everything about pregnancy. And it gave, I think it was only 4. I lied, there was 4. The 4 best positions to have sex when you're TTCing. So the best one, of course, is missionary, because when the man is on top, he's able to go in farther. He's able to deposit the sperm more closely. And a side tip is, if you do missionary, that's like your position of choice. Because after a while, when it gets repetitive, like, it's still enjoyable, it's sex, but it gets repetitive, and it's like, I don't enjoy it as much as I used to back whenever. So what you can do is you can buy you can get them at like Walmart or like Target or something like that, where they're cushiony, but they go at an angle, and you put your butt underneath it, so it elevates your butt, so that way when he deposits the sperm, it's got like a clear line back. The same thing when a girl puts in a tampon. You have to elevate the tampon to get it in. Same idea. You want the sperm to go that way. Or a big pillow, or 2 pillows. Like, if you like your squishy, comfortable pillows, you should put 2, and they should be not all the way under your butt, but kind of back a little bit, so it's almost like under your hips as well. Because when you elevate your pelvis, it lifts everything else up. So it doesn't have to necessarily be under your butt to pick your butt up. You want to elevate your hips, so when your pelvis elevates, everything else will elevate, so the sperm can deposit. Next thing, surprisingly, is doggy style. I know a lot of people say do missionary if you're laying on your back. It's better that way. Actually, with the doggy style, the man is able to thrust harder, and it gets him more excited. And when he thrusts harder, he goes in deeper, and he's able to deposit it closer, or if not as close as missionary, but he could actually get closer. And because the man is in more of a control, it makes him more excited. So when he deposits the sperm, he actually will propel them, because he's more excited. So it's more of, with the excitement, it makes him go faster. So he can actually deposit it closer, because he'll have a bigger orgasm. The other thing is spooning. And you're probably like, spooning? Really? Because so was I. And with spooning, because you're cuddling, and it's more like, for the girl's point of view, I don't know how men see it. From a girl's point of view, it's you're cuddling, you're being romantic, he's behind you, and the penetration won't be as deep, but because you're so relaxed and you're cuddling and you're just in the moment, you're more relaxed. And when you're getting excited, everything kind of, will get ready, and it's so, excuse the word, it's like so tight, and it's like, when you're just cuddling and you're relaxed, it's not like you're rushing it, like, okay, we need to have sex like now. It's like you're just cuddling and relaxing and enjoying each other's company. You're more relaxed, so your body's more relaxed and more freeing. And so when he does deposit, even though it's not as close to your cervical opening, it has room, which is, good. And when you're relaxed, the journey for, his sperm deposit isn't as bad. And lastly, yes, I have my notes. I took all my notes for you guys and stuff. Lastly, it's called, didn't know it was called this. I've heard of it, but never knew that's what it was called. It's called living on the edge, which literally means the woman has to lay on either the edge of the bed or the edge of her couch, depending on which one's more comfortable. I know the beds are actually the bed would probably be better because it's higher up. But anyway, and has her butt, like almost when you go to like OBGYN, you have to put your butt all the way to the end, like almost like you're gonna fall off. And you want to do that, and the guy's gonna enter almost like missionary, and he's either gonna do it by standing up, depending on if you're in a bed, it's easier for him to stand, or on a couch, it's easier for him to kneel. And because it's kind of like an unusual position than what like most of us are used to with doing, like, missionary or doggy style or whatever. With it being kind of an unusual type of position, it gets the man more excited, as well as us. And because he's more excited, he'll deposit the sperm better. It'll be more of a propulsion deposit. And if you're, on the edge of the bed, actually for the couch, if you're on the edge of the couch and he's kneeling, he can put your legs almost like on his shoulders and can kind of stand up. Granted, you'll be, almost at like, a good angle. With him doing that, he's able to hold you really close and thrust harder, which means you're already up at a crazy angle, and it's exciting for us, and it's like, holy moly. Plus, when he deposits the sperm, it's like a straight beeline down to your cervical opening. And it's like, you're always told, missionary, missionary, missionary. It's not always missionary, and there's other techniques to do because you want him to get excited, which is the thing. Okay, and I also went to a consumer review website about pregnancy tests, like what girls like us thought were the best pregnancy tests, because they've tested them all. So the number one pregnancy test, which isn't a shocker because I know they're really popular and they're really good, is the first response early result pregnancy test. And they're fairly cheap. You usually get 2 in a package. And it ranges for me around here. I don't know how it is for you guys, but for me around here it ranges from like $13 to $15. The first reason, that was number one. There was 5. That was number 1. Number 2 is the first response gold digital pregnancy test. I haven't used one yet, but I've seen them at the store around here, and they range around $20. The third one is clear blue digital test. Shockingly, clear blue is third, and you always hear so much stuff about clear blue. But it ranges from $20 to $25. They're pretty pricey. For me, that's pretty pricey. And clear blue digital, on the consumer website, they had said how some people weren't satisfied with it because it would go crazy. Like, you would see the little hourglass that would flip over, do something else, and it was just crazy. 4 was the EPT pregnancy test, which are pretty good. It's number 4, still in top 5. Ranges $12 to $17 because sometimes EPT will give you 3 tests. And the 5th one was the Equate pregnancy test, and I've seen those range from about $12 to $18 because they can go from 1 to 2 to 3 tests in a box. And on a side note, granted EPT was ranked 5, EPT can detect the lowest amount of MIU in your urine. It can detect as low as 25 MIU of HCG in your pee. Crazy. And for those of you that don't know, the MIU, because I didn't know what it was either until recently, MIU is Milli International Unit, until they measure your HCG levels. And that was everything I got for you guys today. I'll try and just get some more stuff every week just to kind of give you some more information, because all knowledge of pregnancy is good knowledge. And I just want to let you guys know, I'm always on Yahoo, just kind of checking in and seeing what's going on. But I'm usually on Yahoo Messenger. So if you guys ever, have questions, want to talk to me, want to see how things are going, if you, just want to talk because you're having problems and just need somebody to talk to, definitely friend request me. Because, I've been through it all. It's been a while. And, help you with whatever I can. But my Yahoo name is the letter YEROK 868. That's me. As you can tell, the YEROK is Corey backwards. 86 is the year I was born. 8 is my favorite number because it's curvy, like me. So that is it for right now. And I'll make sure next week, I'll have some more information for you guys regarding getting pregnant. Tips, home remedies, great things to eat to help boost your pregnancy things. I might actually do another video and upload it tomorrow after this one. So, okay, I will see you guys next Tuesday. Maybe later on this week, but definitely next Tuesday. Bye!